Hi Buttercup, welcome back to my channel. Today's book tag is the Which and Why book tag. This tag was created by the Forgetful Scholar. I wasn't tagged by anyone, but I watched Brandy Reed's doing this tag, so here I am copying her. And I just want to also add, before we get into it, there are lots of crows around here. A murder is going on apparently, so the ambiance of crow cackles might or might not be throughout this video, but you know, I welcome any and all crows hanging out on my roof and around the tree line, so I'm excited either way for the ASMR of crows talking. As I jump into the first question, what book this year, or in 2023, because it's only 3 months into 2024, surprised you in a good way, and why? And I'm going to pick Carmilla by Sheridan Le Fanu, because I have seen mixed reviews, but for me, as a 5-star read, it's perfection, other than the random prologue, which is 3 pages. It's not like a huge deal. You can skip it. It doesn't add anything to it. But other than that, like, chef's kiss for Carmilla. I recommend. Number 2, what book threw you into a recent reading slump and why? I don't have reading slumps, so this is an easy question. None of the above. Number 3, did you find a new author, and how many, if there's multiple, you liked this year and why? And I'm gonna go with, in 2023, CJ Lead with Mayfly was perfection. 5 out of 5 stars. It's a debut horror novel, and oh my god, I got it at the library, and then when I finished it, I bought a copy. It's on my shelf. I think, oh yeah, it's right over there. Right over there, somewhere. It has to be read, y'all, okay? And then I also discovered Patricia Briggs and her Mercy Thompson series. I have some issues with some stuff in the Mercy Thompson series, like Adam. Okay. But I can overlook that because the stories are really good. And I read 13 books in a few months. So obviously there's something great going on there. And I continue on with the series. The 14th book is coming out soon, but I'm going to hold off and see if there's a mass market paperback that comes out, because all the other 13 books are more mass market paperback. Tongue twister. And I just don't want to have a mix match pair. So I'll be waiting for the smaller copy whenever that comes out. And then I might try out Trisha's Alpha and Omega series, which is it's connected to Mercy Thompson, but it's not her, so we'll see. I need to get through the books that I have already, so I'm not going to jump in and get like another 10 books. I just need to pause on Patricia Briggs because she writes a lot of books, but I'm happy to have found her either way. Number 4, what books or authors have you been putting off and why? And I held off on my Morgan Llewellyn's books only because I wanted to read them for March Irish Readathon for 2024 as of like this month. Hi, hello. And I already can tell I'm not going to read all of the books on the TBR that I created for myself, but with Morgan's books, they're very in-depth and they're pretty long, so I was kind of already thinking when I was looking at the pile, I was like, I don't know. So it's okay. I'm not gonna wait until next March because those books need to be read, but I will probably read one Morgan Llewellyn book a month until I'm done, and it's not even that many. It's like a couple books left. It's totally fine. Number 5, which book series are you bummed about because it ended this year? And I can't think of any book series I was bummed about ending because it's got to end eventually. So, number 6, what books from 2023 or 2024 would make a fun movie? And I'm gonna copy Brandy and say Legends and Lattes. It's a fun book. It will be a fun movie. No idea who would direct it though. I don't know. It would be very interesting to see. The CGI would be off the charts. But the CGI nowadays is great. So I think it'll be fine. Number 7, which book or book series would make a fun TV series? And I'm gonna cheat a little bit. It's okay. I mean, I don't even think it's cheating, but not really, because I'm gonna say my ongoing urban fantasy series. The first book is called Obsidian Murders, and then the second book is Murderous Fairies, which will be releasing in late March of this year. So check it out. I think we all need another urban fantasy TV series. When was the last one that was popular? Like, I'm sure like the sci-fi, what is it called? The Sci-Fi Channel? I don't remember. I used to watch it as a kid. I don't know. I think they tried to do a Dresden series on the Sci-Fi Channel, but that didn't really work out. So I'm just saying we need another urban fantasy TV series. I think really, honestly, the last popular successful one was Buffy, and that's depressing. Oh, and I guess Angel as well. Okay, Angel and Buffy. Like, we gotta get something else. So I'm just saying mine. Because totally my book series is the same as Buffy and Angel. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we just need another popular series. That's urban fantasy. Well, like, fun fact, I really hold up Buffy and Angel as the story example of how to do urban fantasy well. I'm not saying at all that I'm on the same page as those two shows and comics, but that's what inspired me. I still love Buffy. I love Spike. I love all of that. And so I do my urban fantasy mystery series differently, but it's inspired by, and I try to hold up like those classic urban fantasy expectations and storytelling and the plot-driven storylines, because it still holds up very well. And there's a point to that, because whether you like Joss Whedon or not, Buffy and Angel, basically perfection. And you can at me in the comments and try to disagree with me, but your opinion's wrong. Number 8, what new genre have you found and liked in 2023 or 2024, if any? And I'm going to say, in the beginning of 2023, I discovered cozy fantasy because of Legends and Lattes and loved it, so I'm going to say cozy fantasy, and I need to read more of that. Number 9, which book this year or last year helped you out of a reading slump? And I don't have reading slumps, so I don't have an answer to that one. Number 10, what's the first book you read this year, 2024? I read Skin by Audrey Rush in January. It's not even long, it's a short story, but I have the paperback version, and it was something. Okay, so I was looking up the first book that I read, because, you know, it's been a moment, and it's only 3 months into 2024, okay? I'm holding on. I forget things. And so then I saw the cover, and it's slightly different. My cover says a horror erotica short story, but then Audrey, pretty sure, I don't think she's with the publisher, so I think Audrey, or maybe a personal assistant, updated the cover, and it just says a horror story. And now this is what I was saying. Don't put erotica on there, okay? It's a horror short story about a man into necrophilia. Okay, in the beginning, the whole beginning of Skin, it just said a horror short story, I would have rated it. But because it said erotica, I did not rate it. So I might have to dig a little deeper into that. I might rate it if the writer pivoted and is going with the line of, let's just say short story and let's not say erotica. Because that's a problem, okay? No, let's not with the erotica part. And I think maybe she had feedback because from the small portion of what I saw, she might have done that. And props to her for doing so if she listened to the feedback. Or maybe she just changed her mind, I don't know. But yeah, moving on. Number 11. Which main character was your favorite this year? And I'm going to go with Emily Wilde. Of course. Of course. Number 12. What secondary character was your favorite? And I'm going to kind of cheat and say Wendell Bambleby from the Emily Wilde series. And sorry, not sorry. Number 13, is there a character you'd like to slap in the face given the chance? And I really can't think of anyone. And I was mulling over this for a few minutes and I came up with nothing, so I'm just gonna say I can't think of anything. That's not very fun. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not fun all the time, but I would say most of the time I'm fun. And number 13, it's not really a question, but it's a tag. I'm going to tag The Secret of Nim, Bookish Kaz, and Bad is Rad 2. And if I didn't tag you, but you want to do the tag, please do it. This was a really fun time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time. And just take care of yourself. Ta-ta for now.